One bright flag in a million ways. Hands that build and hands that mend. Hard-won miles from end to end. Every road and river name burns like iron in our veins. Hear the call, the signal rise. From the coast to mountain skies. When the shadows try to land, we stand. America, hold the line. America, tonight is mine. Tactical Templar, online, guard the flame, defend the line. America, hold the line. America, we rise, we rise. Tactical Templar, online, steal the heart, defend the light. In the grid of a million screens, he moves like a ghost through code and beams. A chrome cross night with a focused eye, breaking down every false disguise. Spam wars flood the open gate. He reads the lies, he seals the breach. Every threat that tries to crawl meets a wall, meets a wall. Hear the call, the signal rise. From the coast to mountain skies. When the shadows try to land, we stand. America, hold the line. America, tonight is mine. Tactical Templar, online, guard the flame, defend the light. America, hold the line. America, we rise, we rise. Tactical Templar, online, steal the heart, defend the light. In the dark of the midnight feed, he plants truth like a battle creed. No surrender, no retreat, just the thunder under his feet. From the screen to the steadfast shore, he stands for the things we're fighting for. One nation loud and alive. We endure, we survive. America, hold the line. America, tonight is mine. Tactical Templar, online, guard the flame, defend the light. America, hold the line. America, we rise, we rise. Tactical Templar, online, steal the heart, defend the light. Hold the line. We rise, we rise, we rise, we rise. Tactical Templar, defend the light. Morning breaks on the interstate. goes through code and beams, a chrome-crossed night with a focused eye, breaking down every false disguise. Spam wars flood the open gate. He reads the lies, he seals the breach. Every threat that tries to crawl meets a wall, meets a wall. Hear the call, the signal rise, from the coast to mountain skies. When the shadows try to land, we stand. America, hold the line. America, tonight is mine. Tactical Templar online, guard the flame, defend the light. America, hold the line. America, we rise, we rise. Tactical Templar online, steal the heart, defend the light. In the dark of the midnight feed, he plants truth like a battle creed. No surrender, no retreat, just the thunder under his feet. From the screen to the steadfast shore, he stands for the things worth fighting for. One nation, loud and alive. We endure, we survive. America, America. America, hold the line. America, tonight is mine. Tactical Templar online, guard the flame, defend the light. America, hold the line. America, we rise, we rise. Tactical Templar online, steal the heart, defend the light. Hold the line, hold the line. We rise, we rise. Tactical Templar, defend the light. He sat on a pile of gold with ale on his breath and spite in his throat. Heavy with greed, with glassy red eyes, counting his curses like stolen praise. His tower was packed with junk and bone, cheap trinkets stacked like a rusted throne. He sold his soul for a price tag grin and fed on the shame that he called a win. He raised black banners in the dawn, pointing at songs till the voices were gone. But every lie leaves a stain in stone, and every thief ends up standing alone. False flagger burn, your banners turn to ash. False flagger learn, the crown side. He called for the chains, for the mute, for the break, for every voice he could make the world take. But the halls grew loud with the thunderous call, and neighbors stood shoulder to shoulder in fall. No crown for the man who feeds on fear, no feast for the one who poisons the year. He dragged his name through mud and fire, then found the bridge burned by his own desire. False flagger burn, your banners turn to ash. False flagger learn, the crowd has joined at last. Greed in your hands and envy in your eyes. False flagger fall when the whole world rises. Now the masks come off in the war drum rain, and the liar hears his own name break. No throne survives when the people sing. No fraud outlives the dawn we bring. False flagger burn, your banners turn to ash. False flagger learn, the crowd has joined at last. Greed in your hands and envy in your eyes. False flagger fall when the whole world rises. He sat on a pile of gold, with ale on his breath and spite in his throat. Heavy with greed, with glassy red eyes, counting his curses like stolen prize. His tower was packed with junk and bone, street trinkets stacked like a rusted throne. He sold his soul for a price tag grin, and fed on the shame that he called a win. He raised black banners in the dawn, pointing at songs till the treasure through fever days, flipping his relics for silver and pride, while faithful friends were cast aside. He called for the chains, for the mute, for the break, for every voice he could make the world take. But the halls grew loud with a thunderous call, and neighbors stood shoulder to shoulder in fall. No crown for the man who feeds on fear, no feast for the one who poisons the year. He dragged his name through mud and fire, then found the bridge burned by his own desire. False flagger burn, your banners turn to ash. False flagger learn, the crowd has joined at last. Greed in your hands and envy in your eyes. False flagger fall when the whole world rises. Now the masks come off in the war drum rain, and the liar hears his own name break. No throne survives when the people sing. No fraud outlives the dawn we bring. False flagger burn, your banners turn to ash. False flagger learn, and the crowd has joined at last. Greed in your hands and envy in your eyes. False flagger fall when the whole world rises. In the glow of 100 screens, tactical Templar draws his steel. From thumbnail banners to comment beams, he calls the scattered to the wheel. Bite, 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 the banners rise from basement desks and kitchen floors. Writers, gamers, camera eyes, all answer now with iron roars. Hear the signal split the night, one shared vow, one burning thread. Every channel locks in tight, every brave word raised instead. Tactical Templar, lead us on. Tactical Templar, bring the dawn. We stand as one, we hold the line. 1,000 voices, one design. Tactical Templar, break their scheme. Tactical Templar, forge the dream. No broken gates, no dark decree. The creators march, and all are free. Then came the quartering, with a smear black crown spinning his mop through the halls of the feed. He poured out doubt to drag us down, and fed on panic like it was need. But the editor sharpened every frame, the streamer raised his painted blade. The podcaster lit up the name, and none of us flinched, none of us swayed. Hear the signal split the night, one shared vow, one burning thread. Every channel locks in tight, every brave word raised instead. Tactical Templar, lead us on. Tactical Templar, bring the dawn. We stand as one, we hold the line. from basement desks and kitchen floors. Writers, gamers, camera eyes, all answer now with iron roars. Hear the signal split the night, one shared vow, one burning thread. Every channel locks in tight, every brave word raised instead. Tactical Templar, lead us on. Tactical Templar, bring the dawn. We stand as one, we hold the line. 1,000 voices, one design. Tactical Templar, break their scheme. Tactical Templar, forge the dream. No broken gate, no dark decree. The Creator's march, and all are free. Then came the quartering with the smear black crown spinning his rot through the halls of the feed. He poured out doubt to drag us down and fed on panic like it was need. But the editor sharpened every frame, the streamer raised his painted blade. The podcaster lit up the name and none of us flinched, none of us swayed. Hear the signal split the night, one shared vow, one burning thread. Every channel locks in tight, every brave word raised instead. Tactical Templar, lead us on. Tactical Templar, bring the dawn. We stand as one, we hold the line. 1,000 voices, one design. Tactical Templar, break the scheme. Tactical Templar, forge the dream. No broken gate, no dark decree. The Creator's march, and all are free. Raise the shields of truth and craft. Hold the torches high and true. We are more than mock and draft. We are the tide he cannot do. place. Hammered nails and traded fate. Every lash, every lie laid on you so I could rise from the pit and into light. Clothed in armor made for fight. Christ, Lion of the empty tomb, tear the veil and split the gloom. From the grave you ride in flame. Calling my forgotten name. Sword of mercy crowned in scars. King who carries all our wars. Now we roar this battle hymn. You rose and dragged us out of sin. Stone cold morning, sky like iron, hearts like ash, chains on every doorway, shadows where the brave men crashed. Blood red banners over fields of broken vows. Every whispered prayer feels lost inside the howling sound. But in the garden, earth begins to shake. The darkest kingdom feels its pillars break. Christ, Lion of
Brothers,
the empty tomb,
welcome
tear the
back to the
veil.
show. Guys, it's so good to see you guys again. It is a wonderful, wonderful Friday. And guys, we have a lot to go over. We've got a lot to talk about. And I'm glad that each and every one of you have decided to spend your Friday afternoon with yours truly. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. And yeah, we're just going to get right into it, guys. Because, like I said, we got a lot to go over. We're going to be talking about the Trump releases. You know, Donald Trump released a lot. He released a lot all over the internet. And yeah, there are a lot of files that we need to go over. I mean, when we look at what was actually released, it is a ton of these files. It's just overwhelming to go over them one by one. So we're gonna do a brief recap and synopsis of everything that's been going on, and yeah, I thought that would be an important step. And fully understanding just how screwed up our elections are and how much the Democrats have cheated and how these foreign influences have really taken advantage of the corruption that we've seen. It's unbelievable just how brazen some of these people in the FBI have been. We got Type 2 Zeta, 3 months of membership. Apparently, if you say the name of Soldier F, the British soldier who led Bloody Sunday in Northern Ireland in 1972, the UK government gets really salty. Is that true? Is that true? Do they get really salty? Well, you know what? Screw them. Screw them. I think actually, first and foremost, there is something I want to show you guys. Are you ready? Okay, are you ready? Actually, it's the wrong. That's the wrong prompt. There we go. That should be the right one. That should be the right one. There we go. You guys like that? Let's see. This one's full. You know, we've been told over and over that the Odyssey is a 10 out of 10. Great movie of a generation, and I'm just not buying it. Okay? And you know what? No one else is buying it. No one else is buying the bullshit. No one else is believing that this is a 10 out of 10 movie, that this is amazing, this is the best that they could do. No, it's all of the worst things that we've come to expect. The only people that are praising this movie are ideologues or people that are just completely and totally ignorant of the Odyssey. And they're like, oh, I see person on screen, blow up, go big. It's like, genuinely, this movie, even, I think the people that are being fair, like extremely fair, like charitable, are giving it like a 5 out of 10. I think this is like a 2 out of 10 movie. I am not impressed by visuals as much as the soul of a thing. So for me, the soul of something is more important than the surface level optics.
I'm gonna have to ask Zeus to strike me down on this one so I don't have to look at this further.
Yeah. But no, there's nothing to see here. Everything's great, guys. Everything's great. Thank you, Type 2 Zeta, for the donation. I appreciate it, brother. But it's like, we are being gaslit on such an industrial scale. It's unbelievable. And so, we're just going to talk about it. That's what I want to do. So let me go over the basics with you guys. As you saw, Type 2 Zeta there was generous enough to send in a $5 donation over on YouTube. When you send in a $5 donation or up on YouTube, it reads text to speech like his just did, and it goes into the support chest. That's just a way that I like to show people the support for the channel, just the generosity of spirit of people that are part of the Brotherhood. You know, we're a small channel, but we have some of the most generous and passionate members of any community. So I'm extremely humbled by that. So I like to show the support. But yeah, that's just one way. If you guys want to be part of the conversation, that's one way that you can do it. And whether I'm recording or anything else, you know, we will take a moment to acknowledge that. So we have a lot to talk about today. Man, as far as Trump, he's gonna be the highlight of the day, because what he released. And by the way, I've taken a look at some of the PDFs that have been provided, downloaded. There are tons of files for each individual category. So what I'm going to do is, instead of going one by one, unless there is a demand to do so, because there's so many of them, because they're not one file, I'm going to do an overall story about the files and where you can find them and where you can read them for yourself, to inform you and do more than the mainstream media ever will. So we're going to talk about that and watch a couple clips from Trump. But right now, I think what I want to do is I want to talk about the Odyssey. And I can't think of a better way than, let's see. Let me see if I can't find it real quick.
Also, if you look on social media, Greeks do not like the movie.
Yeah, Greeks absolutely do not like the movie. In fact, we have a Greek regular, Renal MD, who came in and said that he didn't like the movie. George Alexopoulos, who's Greek, on Twitter said that he wasn't even going to see it because obviously they don't want his business. Yeah, it was an insult. It was an insult to the Greeks. It was an insult to their culture and heritage. It was an insult to it was just, the whole thing was an insult. And trying to pretend that that movie was acceptable or it was good is such, it's profane to me. It is genuinely profane. The movie was not good. Brothers, to say that I didn't like Christopher Nolan's Odyssey movie is a gross understatement. I actually think it's one of the worst movies that I've seen in 2026, and maybe one of the worst movies that I've seen over the last decade. I'm not being hyperbolic when I say that. That is a piece of cultural vandalism that was committed on the American people in the world. And the people that are saying that, oh, it looked good. It looked good. No, it didn't. It didn't look particularly good. The whole movie was a Frankenstein's monster of all of the worst characteristics of things that we've hated in the past 10 to 15 years put into film. From the marketing, the sound design wasn't that good, the music wasn't that good, the costumes were not that good. There was nothing that screamed Odyssey about this. It was a mishmash of all of these different things, and it just did not work in any way, shape, matter, or form. And people that are telling you that it did work are either extremely unsophisticated and are only looking for like a garbage, popcorn flick, or they're people like Angry Joe that are so desperate to own the chuds that they will pretend that this piece of shit is a winner because he just wants a W that badly because he can't get it in any other way. Now, I have been looking forward to an Odyssey movie for the past 20 years. Ever since I saw Troy in 2004, I wanted an Odyssey movie. But the Odyssey movie that I wanted is not at all what this was. The Odyssey movie that I wanted was a continuation of the story of Sean Bean as Odysseus. I thought he did a phenomenal job. I wanted to see his Odysseus make the return voyage.
That old bastard drinks my wine and never pays.
I think that far too many people in this day and age are accepting of absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. For no reason.
I hope Agamemnon's generals are smarter than his emissaries.
Yeah. This Odysseus is fantastic.
You want me to help you fight the Trojans?
Yeah. This is what we could have had. But Hollywood, dragging its feet, not wanting to do a continuation of Troy. But now we get this just DEI fest garbage slop. And if you think that I'm kidding or that I'm overreacting, no. No. This movie is a litmus test of how honest you are, how intelligent you are, and how divorced from the garbage you are. Because there are people that will tell you that these casting decisions that have, by the way, pissed off the Greeks. The Greeks hate this film because it is such an abomination. But you think that anyone who is being honest is going to look at this and say, wow, she's so beautiful. By the way, this isn't Helena Troy. This is another character in the movie. Another character. Another character. So not only did they fuck up Helen of Troy beyond any sort of imagination. Because the whole point of the Odyssey and, the Iliad is that you're supposed to believe that the entire war was over the beauty of one woman. And to make a point, Hollywood picked an ugly woman. But she was an ugly black woman. So therefore, you have to accept it, otherwise you're a racist. Well, here's the deal. Your labels mean nothing to me. Your labels mean absolutely nothing. The truth is, you did these things. You brought in Ellen Page because you wanted to be subversive. You wanted to take something that people liked, that was a slam dunk, and you wanted to put this taint and this twist on it, and I'm not here for that. Your ego and your need to be validated by Hollywood, I find it to be repellent. I genuinely find it to be disgusting. And by the way, we can't even watch the marketing, the rap. Do you guys remember the rap that came out about this movie? It was going viral yesterday, where you had all of the actors that were quote unquote rapping for this movie. They actually thought that what we need is rapping for the Odyssey, because Christopher Nolan apparently thinks that rap is the modern day poetry. It's modern day poetry. Oh my gosh. Talk about offensive on every level. But here we go. But I want to show you a couple different reactions from people. And by the way, not everyone is going to be agreeing with me. Not everyone is going to be agreeing with me about how bad this is. And that's fine. That's fine.
Christopher Nolan butchered the most important detail in the Odyssey because he used this terrible Emily Wilson translation. I just saw Nolan's new Odyssey last night, and while it is a fantastic standalone movie, there's one detail that I, as a literature lover, just can't get over. So here's my review of the new Odyssey film and why you should read the Fagles translation rather than Emily Wilson.
Yeah, so this movie was built off of a translation that was made by a far-left radical feminist. That is the foundation of this particular movie. So he couldn't even go to the correct source material. That's why I'm saying the people that are glazing this movie, the people that are saying that this is great, this is good, you are goy cattle. You are part of the people that consume the goy slop. This is for you. This is the...
People say Helen was the only reason it was a long series of events that lead to the Trojan War. Also, they could have cast Sean Bean as Oddie from the end.
Yeah. People say Helen was the only reason. Of course, there were other reasons. But the main story is that it was Helen of Troy that was she was the straw that broke the camel's back. But the Helen of Troy that they used is ugly. Yeah, she's not ugly. No, how could you say she's ugly? In the context of people being willing to start a war for her, they picked her because she is not conventionally attractive. And these people want to create this standard where we are going to redefine what beauty is. You're not. You're not. Because it's not for one person or even one industry to decide that. Human beings decide that. And the reality is, and you may not like this, you may be offended by this, but traditionally, extremely African features are not as attractive as European features. So it's why somebody like Lupita Nyong'o is never going to be considered as attractive as somebody like Sydney Sweeney. That isn't cultural. That isn't just a culture doing this. It's the entire fucking world. I'm sorry if that is difficult for you to understand and for you to deal with, but it is what it is. You're never going to be able to change that. No matter if you were to topple America and beauty standards, it would still exist because it is an objective reality. And you may say, well, my individual preference, your individual preference means shit. We're talking about standards across the world. We're talking about what people find desirable. We're talking about what people in general think about when they think of beauty. You're never going to be able to force them into this way of thinking where Lupita Nyong'o is beautiful enough to be a 10 out of 10 and be Helena Troy. You know, it is the reality. So I don't think we can watch this because, by the way, here's the other thing. Do you know how you can tell that this movie is shit? Do you know how you can tell that they have absolutely
Shout out
no
to Christopher
confidence
Nolan.
in
He
this
must.
movie? Do you want to know how I can tell they have no confidence in this? Because they are actively going out there and they are striking down channels that show screenshots or memes. Memes. NBC Universal is filing copyright claims to take down memes, jokes of this movie, because they are not confident in this at all. They know it sucks. They know it's shit. They were pumping themselves up during this. It's that toxic positivity. It's that woke brain rotted virus. They all go, oh, we're just so much more sophisticated. They produced this turd. They tried to shine the turd up. Didn't work. Nobody wants anything to do with it. And the audience score on Rotten Tomato and the critic score is what these people are. They are bending over backwards. Oh my gosh. Oh, the audience score is good. The audience score is good. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. But the reality is, the truth is, that everyone knows that Rotten Tomatoes has a history. They have a history of bullshit. They have a history of manufacturing and editing and, oh, well, we're going to take this certain thing. They did that for Captain Marvel. They changed their entire system for that. So, yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy that everyone just absolutely loves this movie. The backlash and the anger and the animosity towards the movie, I don't believe you. I don't believe your cope narrative that everyone loves this movie. The movie was not exceptional in any way. It wasn't a good movie. It didn't do anything remarkably well. None of the actors stood out for good reasons. She stood out for the worst reason, that she shouldn't have been in the movie. And just, you take one look at her and you're like, yeah, no, there's just something wrong here. So no matter how you try to parse this out and break it down, people recognize that there's something wrong. And no amount of gaslighting, no amount of deflection and distraction and name-calling, obfuscation, no amount of that is going to bring people to denying what they know and that there's something wrong.
Love memes because his shout out to Christopher Nolan. He must love memes because his casting of the Odyssey has created some of the greatest memes that we've seen on the internet in a long time. And when he cast Elliot Page as a heroic and fearless, strong Greek warrior, the memes started rolling in. And then we got to see footage from the actual film, and the memes got even better.
They did get better. They did get better. Because the character that Elliot Page, or Ellen Page, is playing is Shion. Which, by the way, is not... It's not even from the same book. Okay? They're just adding in these other things. It's so mind-bendingly stupid what they've done here.
This is probably my favorite, Troy, but instead of Brad Pitt, it's Elliot Page.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the meme is that Elliot Page gets killed by Boagrius. And the thing is, in the actual movie, it's not that dissimilar. Like that is how Ellen Page dies in the Odyssey. I did think that was pretty funny. It is pretty funny how Ellen Page dies in the movie. You know? Let's see. Let's turn it down a little bit, okay? I'll turn it down. Victor says my eardrums. Well, it's your own fault for wearing. It's your
Here's
own fault
something
for having
that
ears.
is also a leak. The actors and
Okay, so yesterday, my stream got taken down for playing this. My stream got taken down for playing this. So we are not going to play the whole thing because I think he uploaded this to X that doesn't do that.
Christopher Nolan.
But yeah, people who have seen the movie, they're not raving about it. It's only the shills that are raving
The
about
underworld scene to replace the ghost of Achilles with Elliot Page. So that keep gassing up this production. And there's been a lot of gassing up of the production. The leaks, though, film critic Chris Gore saying that Christopher Nolan altered the underworld scene to replace the ghost of Achilles with Elliot Page. So that's true. They are actually replacing Achilles with Elliot Page. Instead of Achilles being who Odysseus meets in Hades, he meets the ghost of Sinian instead. And there are clips that have leaked of Elliot Page effectively in this meme. Like, it's just the meme. This is how the movie opens.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't show it. I can't show it because I mean they're really going crazy on the taking down of memes and other content, but yeah, pretty devastating.
Such a great part.
Pretty devastating that you put Ellen Page in the movie. You put her in there. You wanted her to play a Greek soldier, and then she dies in the same way that internet trolls depicted her.
For him, male Greek warrior was never a great part. Oh man. And here we go. The first image of your Black Queen, Helen of Troy.
Oh, that's not Helen Troy.
This is
that's not Helen Troy.
Face that launched 1,000 ships out of.
Now his point is still valid, but that's not Helen of Troy.
Helen of Detroit. Look at this. Oh man, there it is. There's your most beautiful woman on earth.
And what I said is the truth. You may not like to hear it. It may be something that's uncomfortable. But traditionally African traits are not attractive. They're not as attractive to general people. Now, you may find them personally attractive. You may say, well, I actually find them more attractive. But there's a reason why. And again, this is where people get triggered. The data proves this out. On dating apps, Black women are the lowest in terms of search desirability. It's because the features are not traditionally attractive. So what these white NIMBYs liberals do, what they do is they say, well, we're going to change that. And the way we're going to change that is by telling you that these characters and these people that are not attractive, that they're attractive. It's the same thing they tried to do with men and women are equal. Men and women can be equal. Men and women, anything that a woman can do, a man can do. They tried that. It didn't work. Because none of the things that these people do work because they are counter to reality. Reality is their biggest enemy. That's the truth. And they want to go after the messenger like me and say, you're racist. I'm not racist. I'm just somebody that observes reality. Now, if it were the case that she were really the most attractive and that everyone around the world were looking at her going, damn, she's stunning, I would say that. But there are people that are terrified of just speaking the basic truth. Yeah, it is what it is. You know? So you can maul at it, you can hate it, you can come after me for it, but the truth is that she's not attractive. And in a story like this, when you're telling a story like this, you want to eliminate as many barriers to disbelief as you can, because you're watching a movie, you want to be immersed in that world. And when you see our politics crammed into that world, it immediately takes you out. You go, really? So there are talented artists and creatives that can do a better job of blending that, our world and, the world of mythology. But Christopher Nolan and the people in Hollywood in today's climate can't. They just can't. Because they are slaves to an ideology that demands that you be so over the top and overt with everything that you do that there's no room for subtlety anymore.
Face that launched 1,000 empty theaters. Ma'am, endless crab legs is for one person. You're not allowed to just pay for one person and share them with your entire table. So these are the memes, and then these memes are getting taken down. Look at this. Man, would you mind using headphones while playing your phone audio? Everybody's using the same meme. So now an NBC employee, NBC Universal, is demanding that X take down every Odyssey meme. You can see here the actual copyright and then the copyright claimant of Universal and who it is, and then look at all these memes. Look at all those memes that they're trying to take down. They don't even want you to see the meme. So NBC is rigging Rotten Tomato scores and DCMAing every meme about the Odyssey, not just the clips, but the memes. It's Nolan's greatest work. People are clamming over each other to see it. And it's still Helen of Troy from the Odyssey. It looks like something out of one of those police cam videos. There you go. Leaked gameplay from the Odyssey. Voyage of Gangs. Body cam style. Christopher Nolan's Wakandacy. Oh no. Illegal memes. This isn't police body cam footage, but if I told you it was, there's no reason to disbelieve it. What a long day at work. You can see that you're not allowed to display the meme. What a long day at work. I think I'll let my guard down and close my eyes on the subway for a minute. Humiliation rituals are fun. Here we go. Not allowed to see the memes. Christopher Nolan's rendition of the Odyssey. Paris and Helen turn off their Bluetooth speaker on the Trojan subway system, and she stabs him 27 times. There you go. Helen of Detroit. Supposedly this is Greek, according to Christopher Nolan. The armor in the Odyssey is on par with the Rings of Power. It looks terrible. It's made out of classic. Like, here's my deal. How are you even supposed to see? Like, not even the actors can see out of these helmets. How are you supposed to see out of these? Look at this guy. Look at how much this guy's struggling to even say his line. This movie looks like shit. Look at this. Movie critic YouTube hearing the Odyssey is actually that bad. Greek warriors in movies in 2006 and 20 years later. Oh no. What have we done? What have we done? The Odyssey is an incredible movie, true to Homer and not woke at all. Oh yeah, okay. Helen of Troy.
My lungs! Welcome to Uber Chariot. Slow the hell down!
You're gonna kill somebody!
You mind if I pick up another passenger? There's not even room for my lungs! Guess they canceled. Stay mad, baby. Girl, period. I'm gonna die in this little piece of crap.
Okay. Everyone's having fun. The Odyssey is a nightmare, and Greeks are pissed because it starts off with a rapper.
Yeah.
The Odyssey is beginning to show.
Yeah. We's be talking about the Odyssey, yo. Eh, you dig? I mean, like, crazy. Crazy. Like, you're gonna start the Odyssey off with a rap? You'd be crazy, yo. You're gonna start the Odyssey off with a rap. Because you're retarded enough to think that rap is, it's the modern day sonnet. No, it's not. No, it's not. Rap is absolute trash. Oh my gosh. The fact that, oh man, you want to get me into a rant about rap? Look at current rap. It is the most obnoxious noise that is filled with degeneracy and filth. It's not telling heroic tales. But these woke imbeciles in Hollywood, these people like Nolan, they fetishize this stuff. They do. Genuinely. They fetishize black culture in a way that is sick and perverted and weird. There's not an ounce of reality in anything that they do. And that's why they're so divorced from, regular people. Because rap is not the modern day sonnet. It's not the modern day ballad. It's the modern day poem. It's what the bards would sing. No, it's not. It's crazy.
Begins by showing an African rapper with Rasta in the role of a Greek poet. We Greeks are forced to watch our Greek history and culture being disgraced and mocked across the world. What Nolan's real role here is doing something like this instead of casting a Greek person speaking Greek. What's the purpose of casting someone in the Rasta for the Greek world? Never forget the traitors who took everything as a joke and contributed to the plan to destroy Western civilization.
Yep.
Hollywood is a cancer that...
Yeah, so Greeks are made to sit there and watch their history, their mythology be tainted and bastardized by a bunch of woke freaks in America. A bunch of arrogant woke retards. And then they got to sit there online and watch people pretend that this movie was good, that this is good. No, there's nothing wrong with changing every aspect of your mythology and culture to suit our modern day whims. And these are the people that bitch about colonialism. You are cultural vandals. You are cultural colonialists. You go to another country's culture and you demand that it conform and alter and change to your whims, and you are still the same freaks that say imperialism is bad. You are the imperialists. You are people that say, if you don't conform 100% to what we think is right, then you're wrong, and you're evil, and you're bad, and you need to be canceled and destroyed. The Greeks hated what you did here with this. Most normal, sane people hated what you did here with this. It's an abomination. It's an embarrassment. Christopher Nolan has tarnished his reputation, and no amount of fake positive reviews in the world is going to counter that, because when you look online, the reaction is overwhelmingly negative. People hated this. It's disgusting.
That rots your souls and enslaves your minds and spirits. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we'll see. Waiting for Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker here. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. You gonna go see the Odyssey? Let me know. They don't want you to see them.
Yeah. So that was a pretty good video from Benny Johnson, but it goes to one of the biggest points here, and that is that so many are trying to pretend that this movie is good or acceptable or decent. It's not. There are elements in this that we've been pushing back against and fighting against for years. What this movie could have been, what it should have been, was a true and faithful adaptation to the only valid source material, which is not the feminist rewriting, but the original. The original take that looks at it for what it is. Not a modern, way to retell. No. That's why this fails. Like Christopher Nolan, right now, there are people online that are glazing him, saying, oh, he's great. But honestly, I think time is going to prove me right more than any of these other critics. Time is going to prove me right. This is going to have a devastating impact on his reputation. I think that there are going to be other people that come out and eventually do this better, maybe with AI. But there is no excuse for this movie in the shape that it is. Anyway, that's going to do it. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay. All right, let me get this online. that seems pretty good. Not bad. Not bad at all, I dare say. I do declare. Okay. Okay, got that done. Fantastic. All right. So the Odyssey's done. Before we change topics, I will show you one more time. There you go. Just once more for the road. Hopefully that's the last time you'll ever have to see this image on this channel. But there we go. All right.
Even when significant evidence.
Phone conversation got some really good news.
Okay.
What is this? Asmongold went viral. Like doing.
I'm blacklisting him from sponsored events. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I would never talk to me again either, bro.
One good thing.
Oh man.
Actually trying to fight back against the clipping.
It is crazy. There are so many clipping accounts. It is crazy.
What? Who did this? Let me see.
Wonder why you care. Dog. They played the match and
it's
Lithuania swept.
Someone Clipper.
Enlighten us. Do you think we could agree on a lot? I think it's a fairly smart. Give me your load. Okay. Got it. Because it doesn't make sense that.
Oh gosh. She's a Hasan.
Smart fairly. Do you think
so embarrassing.
they played the match? Wonder.
It's so embarrassing. Oh man.
What is this?
Let me see if I can't find. Let's see if I can't find that article or that video, and then we'll watch it. If I can find it, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch the Hasan Puff piece. That might actually be pretty fun. That might be pretty good because I mean, holy crap.
What is this? Asmongold went viral after a guest on his live stream called.
Yeah.
What do you feel like you learned from working with Lupita? If I can.
Every person speaks broken off of their life.
Okay.
Wait! Why is our air quality?
Okay. I thought I had this saved here. Damn. Check Discord. Yeah. Okay. Is it on the Discord? Okay. Let me check the Discord and see if it's there. Oh, there's people waiting. Okay, I'm dragging type 2 Zeta. How you doing, Zeta? How you doing, brother?
I have opinions.
Opinions on
the Odyssey.
The Odyssey? All right, well, lay them on. The floor is yours.
As someone who read the Odyssey extensively, I have. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so I've read the Odyssey, the Iliad, cover to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm a nerd. And by 90% of the time, I am 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 by God.
So you're a fan,
Whoever
is what you're saying. You like what they did.
I like what Homer did. I do not like what the Odyssey did. Seriously, casting Zendaya would look better as a Gorgon than Helen of Troy.
Oh,
And that's a real fucking low bar.
yeah.
Like, I know, like, anyone with half a brain would see this and just be like, now, as someone who knows the events that led to this war, the Trojan War,
Mhm.
the judgment, the wedding of Pallas and Thetis, the gold Eris throwing the apple with the words "to the fairest," the judgment of Paris, Helen being taken to Troy, Menelaus, her husband, and the Achaeans, the coalition launching to Troy, the wrath of Achilles. This causes me physical pain.
Yeah, and you're not alone.
I literally have to pace to keep myself from punching something.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of people that are extremely passionate about literature, and they do want to see it brought to the big screen or, to Netflix and stuff like that. But this is, because I mean, Troy was not an accurate representation of the Iliad necessarily, at all.
It wasn't, but it was still
movie.
good.
Yeah. So you don't have to be 1,000% accurate. That's not what anyone is demanding. But having the right actors in the right space that look the right part, with good music, good atmosphere, good battles, cool armor. Like, there are a lot of things that do a lot of the lifting if you're not going to get the story and fundamentals right. But it seems like they did none of that. They weren't interested in any of it. They just threw all of it out the window.
Yeah, and the fact that they chose the most effeminate males to play the Achaeans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Soldiers from Greece were proper images of masculinity. You have greats like Leonidas,
mm-hmm.
Achilles, Heracles, proper specimens of masculinity. Then you have this feminine twinks
mm-hmm.
to play the heroes who look like they would break at the most slightest breeze.
Yeah, it's part of the subversion. It's sort of like the body type 1 and 2 thing they do in video games. It is designed to reconstruct a new social contract where you don't even acknowledge masculinity. It's just basically that is the new masculinity. But it's not real.
And I hate everything about it.
Yeah, well,
because
you're in the right place.
And this whole idea that black people were everywhere in those times. No, you fuckers were still in mud huts and chasing things across the savannah. You were not kings.
Well,
come at me, Twitter.
Yeah, well, you are correct. The thing is, a lot of people get really uncomfortable with that sort of stuff, and they view blackness and black culture as like this exotic foreign thing that that they get to indulge in. But it's very weird. It's very fetishistic. It's not actually based in any sort of reality. It's just sort of what they make up as they go because they have a desire for something different. It's just very, very weird.
I mean, you're not wrong. That's what it is. It's a fetish, a poorly concealed one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's embarrassing. I agree.
Like we're all educated. We all know the whole idea that people say Africa was the cradle of civilization.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. No, it wasn't. That whole idea was popularized by one dude one dude, and everyone just clung to it like it was scripture.
Yeah, I don't adhere to that. But even if it were true that it was the cradle of humanity, it wasn't the cradle of civilization.
Well,
By
humanity,
any means.
that's what I meant. Sorry. Sometimes I misspeak. I'm trying to keep
No,
myself from getting too heated.
You could, yeah, even if they said it's the cradle of humanity or the cradle of civilization, it doesn't mean anything. Real civilization started by white European British men who were able to, starting from the times of Greek and Rome, and they helped to create the world that we have today. They were the foundation, which is why these stories are so important. Because America is not Greece, but part of that is part of the ancestry. It's part of the lineage of America. And they bastardize it for their own fetishistic bullshit. It's ridiculous. It pisses me off. And the Greeks hate it. Most normal people hate it, except for the people that just consume the goy slop.
Honestly, if you want good movies, though, 300, even though it's not the most accurate, great movie.
Yeah. Or go watch the Iliad from was it the 1970s?
Yeah, I believe it was that
Iliad,
one.
the Odyssey.
Yeah.
What year was it?
Let
me look that up. What year was? I think it was 1987 actually. The Odyssey 1997? Really? Yeah, 1997. I thought
apparently there was an Odyssey series from 2017 as well. I have never seen it. But if you want good movies and don't want to end your own life after 3 hours, Helen of Troy from the 60s, Alexander the Great starring Richard Burton, Alexander from 2004, Jason and the Argonauts, which was also from the 70s. Support those classics. Support.
I think Hercules: The Legendary Journeys is more accurate than this. This Odyssey.
You've hit the nail on the head. Even it is more accurate.
Yeah.
As someone who's men and women as educated as those who view this channel and yourself, heed my call. Do not support this movie. You are better than this. Do not torture yourself.
Yep. Well, amen. I think that's a great message, and I think a lot of people do agree with you, despite what these people online are trying to claim that you represent a minority. I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna need my damn coffee after this.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you calling in. I appreciate your support, and we will. You are in the right place if you have, if that's your view. You're in the right place.
Yeah. All right. You have a good day, man.
Hey,
I will be back in stream.
Okay. God bless. Okay. All right. Getting history for a feature film, it's very limited information. I'm not going to see it in theaters to lend my money to that slop. That's true. Reno MD often supports this channel, so he sends his money to me so that I can say how bad this movie is. I can be the voice of the Greeks. And be like, Greeks don't like this movie, guys. Hollywood, you messed up. You messed up. No one wants to see a movie like this. They just don't. They want authenticity. It doesn't have to be 100% authentic, but they want enough authenticity to believe that there is a bit of validity in it. And you screwed the pooch on that one. You pissed it down the drain. For no upside.
have you heard of the last?
Jesus himself did not run around saying, I'm the Messiah. I'm the Messiah. Jesus himself.
Well, I mean, okay. So, you know, here's a nice little clip. Here's a nice little clip for you guys. I don't know if you guys have seen this.
Jesus himself did not run around saying, I'm the Messiah. I'm the Messiah.
Jesus kind of did say he was the Messiah.
Jesus himself did not run around saying, I'm the Messiah. I'm the Messiah.
Jesus kind of did say he was the Messiah.
You're supposed to have a little bit of...
That's exactly what Jesus said. I am the Messiah.
You know what?
Oh,
Jesus
okay. Brothers, the hosts of The View have a little bit of a reputation for being loud, obnoxious, ignorant, and just wrong about most everything that they speak about. But what if I were to tell you that all of that you've heard before about The View, that was amateur hour, that you were about to be exposed through my channel to a clip that really has to be seen to be believed? So you have Joy Behar, okay, which is a great start. Joy Behar, who says Jesus didn't go around saying that he was the Messiah. So she's trying to do this thing where, yeah, Jesus didn't go around and say, I'm the Messiah, I'm the Messiah. But he did. He didn't have to come right out and say it that overtly, but he said, I and the Father are one. Jesus talked about the fact that he was there when Satan fell. You know, they say, in the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. But Joy Behar has a different approach, a different view, and we're going to watch that right now.
Himself did not run around saying, I'm the Messiah. I'm the Messiah.
Jesus kind of did say he was the Messiah.
You're supposed to have a little bit of...
That's exactly what Jesus said. I am the Messiah.
You know what?
No, he did not.
He did not. So, first of all, you got this old British Jewish crone, this absolute hag, that's sitting there trying to lecture people on Jesus. Somebody that she doesn't believe is the Messiah, doesn't believe is God, and doesn't fundamentally understand. But she's going to try to lecture you about what Jesus said and what he didn't say, when she clearly has never heard his message. Jesus absolutely did claim to be the Messiah. Jesus absolutely did claim to be God. But this is, honestly, this is why people hate these people. It's why they hate the women on The View. Because you speak without knowledge, you speak without wisdom, you speak without grace, you're just loud, you're bombastic, you're ignorant, you're foul, and you're odious. You're repulsive. You use Jesus' name in this irreverent way that, oh, I would know what Jesus would say. No, you don't, clearly. It says, to the Samaritan woman at the well, when the woman mentions the coming Messiah, Jesus openly declares, I who speak to you am he. So Jesus did declare that he is the Messiah. He did say that he is the Son of God, that he is the Word of God, that he is God. So, I mean, yeah, it's John 4:25-26. It says unequivocally, I am in the synagogue of Nazareth, Luke 4:18-21. Yeah, so in the Bible, it very clearly says Jesus is the Son of God, that Jesus is the Messiah. But she's decided that, you know what, I'm going to have my own take on this that is not biblical. She did not pull this from any sort of authoritative source. She pulled it from her ass. Is that not like one of the most obnoxious and blasphemous things you've ever heard?
Jesus was more
Here's the thing.
The Pope's got his God. He's got God behind.
She just said I knew Jesus.
Jesus was not narcissistic like this guy.
And but when you are the Messiah, it's not narcissism. Just say it.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. If you are the Messiah, it's narcissistic to say, I am the Messiah? What? You say, like, you're speaking the truth. This woman's retarded. I wanted to show this to you because it's so unbelievable that these are the people in the political talking head class.
It's been a minute since here's the thing.
The Pope's got his God. He's got God behind.
She just said I knew Jesus.
Jesus was.
Watch this. Look at this demon.
He's got God behind.
She just said I knew Jesus.
She said that I knew Jesus. Well, listen. Not everyone is a vain, self-worshipping, disgusting, demonic piece of shit like you are. Some people do have a relationship with Jesus. They do know Jesus. They've read Jesus' words, front, back, and sideways. They do have a relationship with Jesus. That's who they pray to. But you, she said she has a relationship with Jesus. How could she know? Because you're called to pray. You build a relationship with Jesus. You can have a conversation with Jesus. You have his words to go on. You have his message. This cackling yenta, this hen, oh, how could she possibly know Jesus? Well, were you there? We have the gospel. We have the gospels. So, the idea that you are going to laugh at this woman for saying that she knows Jesus when you're sitting next to a smug, you're sitting next to a Jewish ginger, which, I mean, and she's sitting there as this old crone just going, Jesus never said he was the Messiah. Jesus never know. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He did say that. He said a lot more than that, too.
Jesus was not narcissistic like this guy.
And but when you are the Messiah, it's not narcissism. Just say it.
Yes, it is.
When you are the Messiah.
I'm going to move this along because this is like, it's too much for me. The Pope.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of the comments. This is why Paul said women are not to teach the Bible. That's right. This is why Paul said women are not to teach the Bible. Absolutely. At some point, even the dipshits who watch the show unironically will see it's 5 morons sitting around and just regurgitating the same slop to one another while they all cackle like retarded witches. True. I think Joy is mixing up Jesus and Brian. Would you please listen? I am not the Messiah. Do you understand? Well, he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So, I mean, in every possible way, Jesus let people know that he is God. He is an element of God, that there is no way to the Father but through him, that it was his sacrifice that gave us a chance at everlasting life. He is the Messiah. He is the one that we must turn to. These women prove how idiotic they are every single show, but the liberal left eat it up and take their word as gospel. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Sure, Joy, the Messiah came to save the earth, but decided to keep it on the down low. Oh my Messiah, the narcissistic know-it-all is a dumbass. Behar just gets dumber and dumber. Well, I hate to break this to you, but she was never particularly smart. He confirmed more than that. So yeah, the comments are eating her alive. I'm just absolutely oblivious.
Hello, my name is Charles Head. Hello, My name is Charles Head. I have received my QFS card.
I don't know. What
When
that
you
is.
peel away
I don't
those-
know why that was part of the Joy Behar. More from this author. Oh, I see. Okay.
Jesus
but
himself
I
did not
think
run
this
around
is,
saying.
I think this is indicative of the sort of egotism and the sort of just carelessness, classlessness, the sort of just disgusting, casual way that they talk about Jesus and Christianity, and just these people in the View, they're something else. And so, yeah, people are roasting them in the comments, and rightfully so. But Joy Behar, she should know better. I mean, she really should. Just casually blaspheming against God. I wouldn't be something I would do. Anyway, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time on this. I just wanted to bring it to your attention that the View is still as retarded and just pathetic as it's always been. So in that way, as things change, things also stay the same. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Okay. Show you. Okay. Okay. Got that. All right. Fantastic.
Oh my, 1.2 million views. Jesus Christ, guys. Jesus, I really don't know what to say.
Context.
You don't fucking do anything. There. Oh, hi. Hello. Hi, how you doing? Just, shit. I'm about to kill him.
For the viewers at home, it appears Asmongold's increasingly pointed critiques of the state of Israel have moved Benjamin Netanyahu to dispatch what those of us in the industry call a handler, a flattery.
Oh, gosh. Brothers, we need to talk about the biggest story that's taking the internet and just grabbing it by the balls, and that is Poopgate, Toiletgate, Asmongate. That's right. So apparently Asmongold has a girlfriend. That's what the internet is saying. There's a girl that went over there. Hasan Piker accused her of being a prostitute because he says that no woman would ever go over there willingly unless they were getting paid. And there's a clip that goes viral about this girl accusing Asmongold of having a dirty toilet, which she couldn't use. Now, my reaction to this was there's a girl that went a little bit different than most people. You see, what I said.
What is this? Asmongold went viral.
What I said was, Asmon interrupted me. I said, I'm tired. I said, I'm sick and tired. I'm tired of people smearing Asmongold over this toilet situation. The girl in question should have grabbed the scrub brush and got to cleaning while remaining silent and not trying to humiliate him on stream. I am more correct than even I know. You have these women that, I mean, no real fame, no real money, but they go to somebody like Asmongold's house, right? The guy is rich. The guy is famous. The guy has everything that anyone could want. And then you go to his house and you humiliate him on his own stream. Listen, bitch, Get a toilet brush. You clean that toilet yourself. And do it. You don't even have to tell them that you did it. You just do it. But this is what's wrong with society. You know, the fact that Asmongold didn't get up and put her in her place and say, listen, bitch, you're on my stream. I'm the star here. I'm the main attraction. No one is here to see you. You get your ass in the... No, I'm not. You get your ass in that bathroom and you clean it. And if you ever talk back to me, you're going to be cleaning it with your toothbrush. You know? Am I right, chat? Am I right? Give me a true. Give me a true if I'm right. The Asmongold should have laid down the law. He should have been, look here, woman. I am the rich, successful. I am the mogul here. If my toilet has a poop stain, you get to scrubbing. You get to scrubbing. You're lucky I don't make you use your hair as the brush. Right? Isn't that what Asmongold should have done? Oh, no.
I don't want to address the clip. I don't want to talk about it. The first thing I did yesterday when I got up is I cleaned it.
Simp. What a simp. What a simp. You didn't make her go clean it. So, look, bitch, you go clean. You go pull your weight. You go clean it.
And I did. I cleaned the entire thing. I can get her to confirm that. It was cleaned in the morning, and I was going to clean it, but I forgot because I was playing video games, okay? Like, that's just the truth. That's what happened.
Hey, listen. You know, a man's home is his castle, Asmon. You don't owe anyone an explanation here, okay? You don't know anyone. Yeah, a man's home is his castle. She came into your house, okay? Now, you probably invited her there because I doubt women are just showing up. But, like, she came into your house as a guest. And the least you could do as a guest is clean the toilet if you see something and not humiliate the guy on screen. But this is what these women do for attention, Asmon. This is what these women do. They want to make the show all about them. They want to come on, oh, I'm going to humiliate Asmon. It's like, bitch, I made this. You know, you got sometimes, Asmon, you got to go up and you got. Sorry, I can't. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say. We're not gonna say that. All right. You know. So, but my point is, I just think that is. I listen. I have issues with that. If that were me, I'd be like, oh, well, thank you for bringing it to my attention. Get the fuck out of my house. Get the fuck out of here. I invite you in, and there's a problem, and you don't get the cleaning. You know, you're not a red flag. You're not the one. Get out of here. So, I don't know. But, you know, maybe Asmon is just like, well, you know, I could clean it myself. It's like, I don't know, Asmon, you don't realize you're the prize. You're the one that's the multimillionaire. You're the one that owns the businesses. We've seen how much you own of, you know, OTK, thanks to Mizkiv. You know, we know how much you own of, you know, a lot of these businesses, thanks to Mizkiv and his lawsuit. You're the prize. You're the prize. People come to see you. Don't let your stuff get pushed around, brother. Do not let yourself get pushed around. You are the one making the money. I mean, this woman was so unknown. Hasan, and I mean, Hasan of all people, confused her for a prostitute. Which I think is diabolical considering the fact that Hasan Piker went to a brothel and paid for sex. So that's where his mind went to. I don't think that this woman is a prostitute. I think this woman is I think she's a streamer. Which, listen, the female e-thought streamer to prostitute pipeline is definitely there, but I wouldn't make such a statement.
That's the reason why it happened. Is that I was too obsessed playing video games to clean up the house. All right, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And by the way, did you take a photo? No, I did not take a photo. You're gonna have to take my word for it, right? And so I was, and she didn't she didn't complain about it. I did it anyway.
What do you mean she didn't complain about it? She complained about it on stream. She's running her mouth. I'm not going to use your toilet because there's poop in it. I can't use it. Asmon, you can do better. Like, you need to find yourself. You need to find yourself a girl that's not a streamer. You need to find yourself a girl that'll be like, you know what? This is my man. This is my man. He's earning all the money. He's doing everything for me. I'm going to get out the scrub brush and I'm going to do it. I'm not going to say a fucking word. You need to ditch this woman. And, the internet says she's her girlfriend. So obviously we have to believe the internet. You gotta ditch this girl. You gotta get somebody not of the internet. You need to get a girl. Maybe go to church. Not find a whore. I'm not saying she's a whore. I'm saying not find a whore. Listen, I'm not even talking about this girl specifically, because we know in general the streaming sphere is filled with people like the ones that we see going to streamer university, and these girls that are just willing to do anything for attention. But you need to find a girl that will cook and clean for you, will make your house a home, and will be a pleasure and a delight to be around, but also recognize that you are the king of the castle. You are the king of the castle, that you paid for it, you bought it, it's your hard work that allows it all to happen. Asmon should never feel bad about his own home, Now, am I being a little bit over the top? Yeah, but I mean, there are some things that Asmon probably should clean. But I mean, to call him out like that on stream, that's low down, that's dirty. And he's obviously embarrassed by it, But anyway, let's continue.
Because it was disgusting. In my mind, I was going to clean it up because I knew it was bad, and I just didn't do that, right? That's what it was. Right. And you just locked in. I did. Cleaning lady, I was the cleaning lady. I did it myself. So, yeah, it's your home. Do what you want. I know, man. So, yes, and that's it. Did you have a good day off yesterday? I did. Honestly, I was just pretty tired, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to chill out.
So, let me just break this down for you guys. People are so interested in Asmongold's life and what he's doing at every moment. You would not believe some of the theories. Some of the theories from Asmongold. So, first of all, people are like, oh, Asmongold, of course, he brings over a girl, and then the next day he takes the whole day off. Basically, people coming out saying that Asmongold was just having sex all day. And are you kidding me? What is wrong with you? Why do you even care? It's like people watch. He's like, it's like Desperate Housewives of World of Warcraft. It just the need to live vicariously through Asmon is insane. Even Hasan is watching this, going, oh my gosh, I wonder what they're doing. Oh, she's a prostitute. Like, even Hasan is sitting there going, I gotta watch the next episode. It's crazy. It's crazy how locked in people are over your boy.
The main reason why I really took the day off, I'm going to be honest, the real reason why is that I wanted to catch up with everything on Pal World, and I did, which was great. And now I have almost everything set up and ready to go. And
so let me just explain this. The world of Asmongold. He needed a day off from playing video games on stream so that he could play video games off stream to set up playing video games on stream. Oh gosh. Guys, I gotta play video games off stream to prepare myself for playing video games on stream. That's the way it works. Anyway, let's hop over to to this video from you.
My 1.2 million views.
I know, it's
Jesus
crazy.
Christ,
Isn't it
guys. Jesus, I really don't know what to say.
Context.
You don't fucking do anything. There. Oh, hi.
Oh, so she touched him. Now, you know, if the roles were reversed and Asmongold came up and touched a girl while she was on stream, we would be having a different conversation where people would be trying to cancel Asmongold. He touched her. He didn't ask her consent to touch her arm. Yeah, you'd have all the simps coming in going, "How dare he? He touched her arm without consent." And just pointing it out.
Hello. Hi. How you doing?
Oh my gosh, did you see that Asmon put his hand on her shoulder and it lingered there for a couple seconds?
Shit. Oh, I'm about to kill him.
For the viewers at home, it appears Asmongold's increasingly pointed critiques of the state of Israel have moved Benjamin Netanyahu to dispatch what those of us in the industry call a handler, a
I didn't realize that Hasan had become Asmongold's editor.
flattering investment, truly. Regrettably, nobody briefed Benjamin on one small operational detail. Asmongold holds virtually no authority over what gets posted on YouTube. He is, in every sense that matters, our employee.
That is true. That is true.
Kindly redirect all future handlers to management.
I was gonna go pee earlier.
Yeah? What about it? Is it...
What happened to your toilet? It's
What?
unusable.
What? It's unusable.
There's like the biggest dookie stain.
No, there's not.
There is. I can't use it.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about the language of touch. Okay, she's touching him a lot. I can see now. I didn't watch this. I can see why people are saying that she's his girlfriend. But here's the thing. I have a couple objections. Yes, she's touching him an awful lot, and you can see right there. There's her hand. She's touching him. Here's my only objection to this. I don't think she's fat enough to be somebody that Asmongold would be attracted to. She seems like a rather petite woman. Maybe if she were like 300 or 400 pounds, that might be a different story. I might believe you. Like if she came in with bags of fast food. I don't know. But I just think she's not quite fat enough for that. So I'm skeptical, to say the least. I'm skeptical of this. She is touching him an awful lot, and she has endured walking into the let's just say walking into the den of his home, the lair, and she is touching him an awful lot. But yeah, some people are just touchy-feely with their personality. That's true. Somebody in chat pointed that out. But it is interesting. But I don't think she's fat enough for Asmon. I think Asmon, his S-tier body type is somebody that's like 350, 400 pounds. Gorlock, you know, if Gorlock were at his house, I'd say, okay, maybe he's got a chance.
You guys know, right? They know.
All right, guys. I gotta take a break. I gotta relax. So yesterday I was not on. I don't want to address the clip. I don't want to talk about it. The first thing I did yesterday when I got up is I cleaned it. Cleaned the entire thing. I can get her to confirm that. It was cleaned in the morning. I was going to clean it, but I forgot because I was playing video games, okay? Like, that's just the truth. That's what happened. Cleaning lady, I was the cleaning lady. I did it myself.
But of course, there were consequences after this transgression.
I guess that's really it. Let me see. Oh yeah, Hasan, also very funny. Listen to what Hasan said about this. No.
Where's this from?
No, there's not.
There is.
It's kind of unbelievable. And he is chopped as shit. What the fuck's going on? What the hell is going on in Texas? Is this a Texas thing? What is happening? You know, what do I know? What do I fucking know? I don't know anything. Like going on your stream, for instance, it would go a lot smoother. No, I'm not. I don't even want the secondary contact.
The secondary.
Not that it was ever offered or anything. but-
Shut up. I never want to hear another clip from Hasan or his community ever again about how I'm misogynist. I never want to hear this ever again.
Old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question mark. I always knew Hannah Montana was a little slut. Don't even try to hide it. Look, this is
This
a class.
dude's underage at this time, by the way.
I went to a watch store with a girl, and she bought me the gayest, most rinky-dink, annoying, stupid-ass watch, and then she made me wear it for the rest of the day. I still have it in my bathroom.
What do you mean the ugliest, rinky-dink, annoying?
Guys, do not fall for it. Not today, Benjamin. Not today.
Oh my.
Yeah, so Hasan called her a whore, a prostitute. Why did he do that? I don't know. Hey, at least Hasan said he doesn't know anything. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. That is a consolation prize. But I honestly don't know why. I don't know why Hasan would be watching like that intimately. Like, hey guys, do you think they slept together? Like Hasan's sounding like a jealous ex. Like, guys, do you think they slept together? It does. It sounds like he's a jealous ex. But anyway, my conclusion here. Okay, first of all, Aspen, congratulations. Okay, the fact that you have a girlfriend at all is amazing. Okay, and I'm assuming she's your girlfriend because the internet said so, and the internet is never wrong. And the fact she was touching you, and she wasn't bursting into flame. But here's the thing. You need a girl that's not going to try to make herself the star and try to put herself out there as the front and center and take control of your show and humiliate you and make you clean the bathroom. Hasan, she should have been on her hands and knees like Cinderella scrubbing that damn toilet. Just saying, okay? Just saying. You gotta put your foot down sometimes, Asman. You gotta put your foot down and say, listen here. Women love it when you call them woman. So, if you could just say, listen here, woman. By the way, no one actually do this. No one actually take my advice on this. Say, listen here, woman. And say, you're going to get down there and you're going to clean that toilet. And you're going to clean the whole house. Because I'm the breadwinner. I'm the man of the house. And you're going to do what I say. Oh, man. Anyway. I just think that's incredibly funny. Yeah, everyone has been through that where they've had like a dirty toilet. It's not really that big of a deal, but when Asmongold does anything, it becomes news. It's a news story. Everyone pays attention because Asmongold apparently is the most interesting man in the world. No matter what he does, no matter who he dates, no matter, like, Asmongold could order DoorDash. What did he order today? Why would he choose that? It's Tuesday. Tuesday's usually Burger King. It's like, maybe Asman felt like Chipotle today. Like, it's just like, you have people that I think are a little too parasocial, a little too invested. And by the way, the number one most parasocial Hasan fan or Asman fan is Hasan. Anyway, that's going to do it. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay. All right. Let me put that up online. Jealous. Hasan Piker gets jealous of Asmongold's girlfriend. I think that's perfect. I think that's... Oh, man. It should have been me. Oh, man. testified. Okay, Jimothy segment. Sure, why not? I don't mind. We're not going to do a whole segment on Jimothy, but I'll look at the video. It'll keep the it'll keep the dents happy.
An odd-looking animal's become a celebrity in Seattle. Take a look.
What am I looking at?
That is a very weird looking cat.
Oh. Oh man.
That's a very
Kiana
special
Hall
boy.
took that video. That is a raccoon that seems to have short spine syndrome.
Oh, God.
It's a pretty rare congenital condition. Locals have nicknamed the raccoon Jimothy and posted videos online when they see him in their yards.
Wow, you got like a disabled.
I don't
raccoon?
know where that name comes from, but
You
the
know-
raccoon seems happy though. It just looks kind of
Yeah, he-
different.
Yeah, he's still a
What to
raccoon.
say there?
All right.
It's,
Is that
you know,
the only
everybody's
thing
different.
They got? Yeah.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah, we got a little.
Hi, Morgan. You okay? You all
very
right? Everything okay?
I think we should take a moment, actually.
Okay.
He's,
There it is again.
yeah.
Wow, moment of silence. I mean, he's still with us. Jeez, what are we doing here?
Well,
Yeah.
he's thriving.
He's
Yeah.
still with
Well,
us.
thriving's maybe not the right word, but he's here.
An
Oh
odd-looking.
gosh, look at how terrible. Oh, look at how terrible the air quality is. Holy criminy. Look at how bad the air quality is. Oh my gosh, look at Chicago. Look at 450. That's hazardous. Oh my gosh, look at that. We were just watching like a cute little retarded raccoon, and now we're like looking at Canada polluting, the United States. Oh my gosh. Look at that. 402. That's in hazardous territory. 450. That's serious. Oh my gosh. That is a massive violation. That's atrocious. Man. Yeah, I think that honestly, I think we need to do something about Canada. We do. Man. That's pretty crazy. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do a quartering segment. I'm gonna play a game. I'm gonna play a game when we do the quartering segment because I don't really care enough about the quartering, but it's interesting, I guess. So let me set this up. So for those that are unaware, the quartering apparently has been threatening to sue people, which I wouldn't advise. I wouldn't advise the quartering to sue people. Just as a general rule, don't be suing anyone. But apparently Misty Mochi, she's been somebody that's been talking about the quartering. Apparently, she put out a video talking about this. Very interesting. Because, I mean, if the quartering is threatening to sue people, for criticism, and going so far as to say, well, if you are doing any sort of investigative journalism and you go onto the ground, like you drive to Meta PC, you don't go in, but you look at it, well, then somehow that's bad, that's wrong. I just think that's pretty bonkers.
Rick Henderson, first edition.
I think that's pretty insane. So
this way.
We're going to take a look.
Hey there. This is going to be a bit of a different video than what I normally do. Usually I will have a video to deep dive and debunk statements made by Jeremy Hambley, also known as The Quartering, on YouTube and Rumble. Or I will have a silly, fun video for you guys where we react to something and have a good time hanging out as a community. Yesterday, Jeremy put out a video on his Quartering Vlogs channel that I felt merited a video like this. Unfortunately, I don't have any funny clips for you. I also didn't want to do a reaction video to his vlog because I don't want to give it any more attention than it deserves. I have it linked in the description below in case you need to reference it for context. Instead, I wanted to make a response video to the statements Jeremy made. I didn't set out to make a YouTube channel solely about Jeremy, though that is quickly what it is turning into. While I do talk about other people on our Saturday live streams too, it seems that Jeremy has captured most of my attention. Specifically, this is happening around his coffee company, Coffee Brand Coffee, as you may know. On the surface, Coffee Brand Coffee seems as innocuous as any other coffee company owned or promoted by a YouTuber or other internet personality. The issue, though, is that when you start a company, there is certain information that the public is entitled to have access to. This is especially true when your company is involved in an industry that is regulated. Let's take the insurance industry, for example. People who work in this industry generally must be licensed in the state or states in which they practice, whether that is for sales, claims adjudication, underwriting, etc. Once someone earns their license, their information goes into a database where that information is available to the public. The reason I'm making this comparison is to show that it is the same way with any business registered with an LLC or that is an industry that has some sort of regulation around it. That includes the address where the business primarily operates and usually a contact phone number and or email address. This is generally the bare minimum standard. In the vlog from yesterday, Jeremy said that he doesn't want to call people out by name. However, he then proceeds to call out people indirectly. Specifically, he's referring to Camelot 331 and Yellow Flash, implying that they...
So he goes, I don't want to call them out by name, but he, the failed race car driver. And the guy that complains about comic books all the time, like, get the fuck out of here, Jeremy. You knew what you were doing.
Have spearheaded this campaign against him and Coffee Brand Coffee. The truth is that until Jeremy started bringing their names up again, both guys had moved on to other topics. Jeremy also talks about quote-unquote failed investigators, which I can only be led to believe are supposed to be Luther Morgan and myself. Generally, I don't think people have an issue or even care if Coffee Brand Coffee is a drop-shipped white label product or not. A lot of online businesses operate that way. I think what people have a big issue with is what appears to be a series of lies, manipulation, and gaslighting, along with asking viewers to fundraise for business expenses to help save said business. I will speak for myself. I started getting interested in this topic after Luther made his first Unsolved Coffee video. Publicly accessible information was disclosed showing that Coffee Brand Coffee's trademark had defaulted, and I saw that the address tied to the trademark was in Phoenix, Arizona. I live in Arizona and thought that I would take a drive to Phoenix to look and see what was there. That was the first video I put on this channel. The address that was listed on the trademark paperwork, which again, anyone can look up, was tied to Meta PCs. You are all familiar with the backstory, so I'm not going to rehash it here. Plus, that video is still up if you want to go watch it. Jeremy claims that people are going to locations tied to his business partners and harassing employees. Again, I will speak for myself. I did not harass anyone that day.
No, and there's video evidence of that. Like, by the way, everything that Misty Mochi or Luther Morgan or everyone is saying is backed up by evidence. They have the receipts because they did it for a video. But the Quartering, he is coming at this half-cocked. He's not actually doing this from any sort of like good faith, logical, or research way. He did it as part of a vlog. As part of a vlog. Meaning, this was sort of like off the cuff, you know. This was just sort of like off the cuff. You know, that's, you know, sort of off the cuff thing that he was doing. You know, when you're in a golf cart or you're in a, driving around, you're like, oh yeah, and here's what it is. Like, there was no validity to what the quartering was saying. Yet he had nothing to back it up. He had absolutely nothing to back it up. So I do think that is something to take into account.
I drove through the area on publicly accessible roads.
Right.
I did not go anywhere that was private or not reasonable for a member of the public to access. I went into the location and looked around. It was a bit busy at the time I was there, with employees helping other customers. I walked around the showroom, looking at the computers that they had displayed. I did not go into any areas where a customer was not expected to be. They had their backroom door wide open, as well as the door to the repair shop. I did not enter those locations, but I could see what was there. I observed what I could. When an employee approached me, I was very polite to them. I asked a question, they provided an answer, and I thanked them for their time. Never once was I rude or confrontational with anyone there. I also chose not to film inside of the store specifically because I did not want to cause a problem. Additionally, I was never asked to leave or formally trespassed from the property. Once I no longer had a legitimate reason to be there, I left. I didn't try to stay and poke around in the areas that I shouldn't be in. I don't understand how harassment can be considered in this context. I have also emailed Coffee Brand Coffee a few times. It wasn't to accuse anyone of anything. I emailed with general questions about specific products and Coffee Brand Coffee's return policy. I would like to point out that I never got an answer back to my emails until I said that I wanted to return a bag of coffee I had purchased. Even then, none of the questions I raised previously were addressed by the person who responded to me. I was polite, respectful, and professional in my correspondence. I was never accusatory or harassing in any of my communication with Coffee Brand Coffee. I've also stated many times that people should not approach or harass Coffee Brand Coffee in any way, shape, or form. If someone is a customer, they should interact with Coffee Brand Coffee just as they would with any other business. That is what I have done. I am a customer of Coffee Brand Coffee since I have purchased 3 of their items. In fact, I have discouraged my audience from doing anything like that. The thing is that I cannot control what another person does. Even though I strongly discourage harassment of any kind, people have their own autonomy at the end of the day. Jeremy claims that people are going through garbage cans and showing up at his partner's place of business. First, it is not illegal to dig through garbage. I believe garbage is considered abandoned property. Police go through garbage without a search warrant all the time when they think that there might be evidence there, to draw a comparison. Is it creepy and weird? Yeah. Is it illegal? Not really. What I am trying to do here is provide information to the public that they have a right to know. When it comes to food and beverage, the public has a right to know where the items they are consuming come from. And the FDA and FTC agree with this position. That is why there are laws in place about this stuff. Now, I'm not perfect. I try my best to put accurate information in my videos and provide the source material I'm using. If I mess something up, I make a public correction about it. This just happened with my last video that I produced about the new bag labels. I got something wrong about distribution, and once I knew I had it wrong, I publicly corrected it on X and as a pinned comment on that video. Admittedly, I am not a supply chain expert. My background is in fraud investigation and research. In fact, I did not know nearly as much about coffee when I first started to research Coffee Brand Coffee as I do now. Jeremy also brought up in his vlog that he has partners that do all kinds of things for him, like bag design, roasting the coffee, etc. I think what he meant to say here is vendors or employees. A partner would imply that they have some ownership level in the business, rather than a vendor or employee who is specifically hired to complete a task or perform a job function. Let's talk about the shipping label leak for a moment. Jeremy leaked this on his own live stream last week. A detractor didn't do it. I didn't do it. Luther didn't do it. Jeremy did. The problem is Jeremy has been so opaque and resistant to provide answers to basic questions that people are looking for any little piece of information they can find to help provide answers. If we take Jeremy at his word, he is only going to the business in Pennsylvania to package K-Cups. If we assume this is true, then a whole new set of questions come up that people are going to want answers for. Back in March 2025, Jeremy made a video asking for his audience's help to fund something for Coffee Brand Coffee. In the video, Jeremy tells his audience that he got dropped by the company who was producing his K-Cup orders at the time. He stated that to fix it, he purchased a K-Cup machine for Coffee Brand Coffee and put the $80,000 charge on his credit card. Jeremy told everyone that they could help him by purchasing a special limited run item that he had on sale. That was the Founders Vault Pack. In my opinion, Jeremy implied to a degree that a reasonable person would conclude that the money raised from the founder's vault pack would be used to pay back the balance on the credit card from the purchase of the K-Cup machine. Now we have Jeremy telling us that he never purchased a K-Cup machine. He claims it wasn't cost effective for him to purchase it, which can happen.
lied.
Businesses have an idea, but end up going in a different direction all the time. The issue here is that Jeremy asked for his audience's help, specifically about buying the K-Cup machine. Then we discover he never did, and he's been outsourcing that this whole time. My question now becomes, what happened to the money from the founder's vault pack sales? I am of the belief that if you ask for financial help from the public, you have a responsibility to your audience to show them where the money has gone. Transparency is key when money is raised for a specific purpose. Otherwise, you tank your credibility and it becomes impossible for your audience to trust anything else you have to say. It has also been recently discovered that Jeremy has claimed he owned a K-Cup machine as early as 2022. Why lie about this? There is no reason to. I think that any reasonable person would assume that it makes more sense for a small business to outsource that portion of their coffee business if they couldn't afford to purchase their own equipment. The last thing I want to talk about is the vague threats Jeremy made at filing defamation lawsuits. Jeremy claims that he has all kinds of proof of harassment, proof of us contacting his sponsors to get them to stop working with him, etc. My response to Jeremy is to release the evidence that he has that this is going on. If he files a lawsuit, it's all going to come out in discovery anyway, so why not save the lawyer fees and release what you have now? In my opinion, Jeremy has no credibility left with the public at large. He has been caught in so many lies and had his statements debunked so much that it is to the point where many people do not believe anything he says. Unfortunately, I believe Jeremy is now in the position that anything he claims is going to have to be backed up with some kind of documentation. So this is me asking Jeremy to please release the footage. Release the video footage of people harassing employees. Release the emails you say you have from your partners and sponsors showing harassment. Otherwise, all we are left with is empty words. Thank you again for watching this video. Like I said, I know it's different than what I normally would put out there. However,
but I do think it's important. It's important to talk about this because you've got this guy that's, this pill-popping, drunk, like, freakish, weird, like, degenerate lowlife. And I mean, this guy's threatening now to sue you. He's threatening to sue you. That's a yeah. Anyone would be apprehensive and nervous about that. Anyone. So I understand. I get it. And this was a great video to do. And it makes perfect sense why they would address that. But I mean, Jeremy, if you legitimately think that this is going to end well with you filing lawsuits, no, you need to stop drinking. You need to you need to get sober. You need to stop popping pills. And you need to make it a point, you need to make it a point that let's go out of here. Like, you have no credibility. Nobody believes you. Nobody trusts you. Like, do you understand that? That means that when people are analyzing, when they're analyzing whether or not, there's any validity to this, you're going to have to work harder than most to just get to the bare minimum. That's the truth. You're going to have to work harder than most to get to the bare minimum. You've lied about too many things. So I think that was a pretty good video from Misty Mochi. I do, and I'd be interested to see. I'd be interested to see what evidence he has. Very interested to see what evidence he has. Oh, what's this?
Brutal. All right.
Let's see, the quartering. What? Quartering got. Let's see. The quartering got struck? No. Nah. Come on. The quartering did not get struck. Let me see. The quartering. He did not get struck.
How many cast iron pans would it take to stop a bullet?
Rigged. It was. Go ahead. Find someone else selling out my.
And people that are standing on the I'm right isn't. They're just mad.
Devin, I can say kudos to Melanie for not stabbing in front of the back. Well, you know what? You'd think it'd be the easiest thing.
Quartering struck.
Go ahead. Find someone else selling out my.
And people that are standing on the I'm.
How many cast iron pans would it take to stop a bullet?
I think it was copyright. Oh,
I'm righteous against.
Oh yeah.
My hot butter rum. I challenge you to.
That's right.
I know that you A-logs are watching.
I know that you A-logs.
I'm against life.
That's funny.
How many cast iron pans?
Yeah. The quartering did get struck. Oh man. That's true. All right, we're gonna do a quartering segment. Damn, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Yeah, the quartering in the shit. It's also tiresome. He's not interesting, and none of that bullshit. Well, you know. Sometimes you gotta add layers before you can, you gotta tell the whole story. The quartering himself may be boring, but the fact is, the things that he's doing as he crashes out, it's bad for everyone. And we'll talk about that today. It's bad for everyone. What? Okay. Why is Shabbat Shalom trending? Why is Shabbat Shalom trending? Let me see. Why is
Go
everyone
fuck yourself.
saying Shabbat Shalom?
But go fuck yourself.
How many cast iron?
Okay. Let's see. Brothers, we are going to be talking about the quartering actually getting a taste of his own medicine. You see, the quartering became infamous when he decided to go after the Kino Casino and threatened to get their Clips channel taken down. He went to Josh Moon, of all people, and tried to do some sort of backroom deal where he would get Josh Moon to turn on the Kino Casino and, get Josh Moon to pressure them and get them to take down the videos accusing him of having his wife get, screwed by the bull and all that. Well, now apparently Jeremy has had he's had a copyright strike against his channel. So it's not the same, but it is funny because the quartering was stealing clips again, but this time in an even more egregious fashion. So we're going to take a look at the side-by-side.
How many cast iron pans would it take to stop a bullet? I'm going to shoot these pans with higher and higher caliber bullets all the way up to a 50 cal and see how many it takes to stop each round. Good luck, Fred. Good luck, Fred. Start out with the 22. Our bullet hit right here, and it just bounced right off. Fred's fine. Next up, 9 mil. But the bullet went through our first pan, bounced off the second. Fred's still okay. Moving up to the. How many cast iron pans would it take to stop a bullet? I'm going to shoot these pans with higher and higher caliber bullets.
So again, the quartering is taking clips. It's pretty unbelievably shameless. And by the way, this could happen to anyone. You could be, it's echoing because it's, it's two clips being played side by side. But the quartering is not just, he doesn't even put the couple second intro anymore. He's just literally putting his logo on somebody else's video and saying, this is mine now, with no duty of care. So that's why it's important to keep talking about the quartering and calling him out for the things that he's doing, because he is personifying and exemplifying the worst of behavior as a content creator. So this took place the other day. It said, cool, someone should really let popular YouTuber Yee Life, who has over 8 million subscribers, know that Jeremy Hambley downloaded one of his YouTube shorts, put his thumbnail on it, and then re-uploaded it without giving him any credit. So now we've got Brad Cool Unlimited. I have an update on a story I briefly discussed on today's stream. This is from Return of Mac and Cheese on KF. Jeremy stole a video from a popular gun YouTuber, and he was quickly called out about it. The stolen short received a copyright takedown. So, somebody in chat says Jeremy is spiritually Indian. Do not redeem, sir. Okay, yeah. So Jeremy had his clip taken down. Now, what was Jeremy thinking? Listen, if it's true that Jeremy's channel is doing better than it's ever done, because that's what the quartering says, that the channel is doing better than it's ever done. I've never had this much success. If that were true, why on earth are you resorting to stealing other people's clips? If your channel is just killing it, you're getting multi-million-dollar views, like you're getting all this money, all this attention, you're doing better than you've ever been, why are you resorting to stealing? That's what this is. You are actively stealing. That you took somebody else's content that's not yours. You tried to pass it off as your own. Now, if you don't understand fundamentally why there's an issue with that, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this isn't some complex moral dilemma where, oh gosh. The truth is that Jeremy just has no regard for the truth. He just doesn't care. For him, it's a zero-sum game. Morality, ethics. Yeah, he's lazy, but there are other people online that are lazy. They don't do things like this. There are a lot of lazy people online, and they don't do things like this. It's just brazen. Because the quartering thinks that he deserves special treatment. He thinks that he deserves to be able to get away with this. And I don't know why. I don't know what would compel a person. Like, I react to certain video clips, but I've never re-uploaded somebody's clip one for one. One for one. It's like, Jeremy, do you have an explanation for this? Do you have an answer for why you would do this? Why you would feel comfortable doing this? Like, for me, I look at it and it's just, it's so overt. It's so obvious. You don't do this. Now, do I think this is really going to, have a major impact on the quartering? Probably not. However, one can absolutely hope one can absolutely hope that maybe, just maybe, this will be the thing that wakes the quartering up, because what he's doing is bad for everyone. Because now you're messing with some of the biggest channels on YouTube. You know, when you're taking a viral clip from some anonymous channel, it's bad. But when you're taking content from a channel with 8 million subscribers, guys, it would be like if I just took Asmongold's clips and just re-uploaded them. I said, well, guys, Asmongold's got these shorts, and, he doesn't need the money. I need the money. Like, can you imagine? Yeah, it would never fly. But this guy thinks that he deserves special treatment, and so wait, let me get this straight. It's okay to defame people online, but it's not okay to re-upload content and violate copyright. Wait, so let me get this straight. It's okay to defame people online, but it's not okay to... are you talking about the quartering defaming people? Like, because yes, the quartering does believe that he has every right to defame people, lie about people, exaggerate, distort. The quartering, he will say that, like, this thing is bad. Like, he will say, defamation is bad because, like, he will do it, but then he'll say it's bad. But with this, the quartering is, he's re-uploading content because his channel is dead. He is trying to supplement views. He's trying to supplement views. And there is no... There is no actual substance to the content that he's making at this point. And so, yeah, unfortunately, we've got the quartering that has abandoned any semblance of principle. Stealing and pretending not to understand the issue. I don't know. Some defaming UI. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt on this one, but it's really tough. What the fuck? Okay, so we got some retards in the chat. It's okay. But the quartering, it says if you expose somebody for committing a crime, it means you defame them. Yeah, according to the quartering, sure. Yeah, that's what his belief is. So Jeremy believes, he believes that he should be able to get away with this. He should be able to do that. There should be no consequences. But him going after other, people, it's the whole thing is absolutely insane. And there's no justification, there's no reason for it. But he got his video taken down. He got his video removed. And so hopefully this will teach him a lesson, but who knows? Me and my dad watch The Banker of 2020. What are your thoughts? The Banker? The Banker. Okay. Like, how come you never cover blood? Is this like retard hour? Are you guys drinking? How come you never cover black people? What? Like, I know you're a Christian, but each time black people you do cover black people and gay things. I don't know what's happening. We got some bona fide retards. I think Denim Suit means his intro makes the video fair use. Quarter Pounder does enough commentary, in my opinion. That's not fair use. What are the oranges for? That's not fair use. Cover that lemon something. Yeah, I covered Don Lemon a while ago. I don't know what that person's talking about. Anyway, we will end that. I'm actually going to end stream tonight. I'm actually going to end stream right now. So we're going to wrap things up. I got more videos that I want to do and more topics that I want to cover, but I actually also have a lot of work to do. So we're going to wrap things up for the night. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you guys for supporting the channel. I appreciate it, as always, more than you can possibly know. And I just want to say God bless you. God be with you.